All right, welcome back to Don't Think, Just Charge. I'm Dave, he's Harvey, and we are continuing our reviews of the 25-26 tournament packs with another game. It's the Ogres versus the Robot Legions. Let's get into it. Continuing with reviewing this 25-26 tournament pack, we're on now to game 2. Same format as last week for those of you who missed it. We're going to go through our lists. We're going to play a game on this mission. And then at the end of it all, we're going to go review the mission pack and tell you all our thoughts, have a bit more of a breakdown as to how it would influence our decisions going into events, all that fun stuff. But for now, for those of you here for the bat rep, sit back, relax. We're going to get into that. For those of you who are here for the analysis and don't care for the bat rep, skip ahead. For those of you diehards here for the loss of it, grab your snacks and your drinks. It's going to get good. Now, Harvey, launching straight into the lists here. You're bringing Ogres again. You've said you're going to bring Ogres for all 4 of these videos. Talk through the changes you've made to your list.
Yeah, so this is just kind of experimenting off the back of the previous game, really. One thing I didn't like too much, obviously, was the first charge of the game where the Devourers charged in and ate shit. Which in itself is actually not, it's not dreadful. But I thought it might be better to try out just a single unit of Devourers, a single scout, especially with this being the more scout-heavy mission. I thought, let's just do some limit testing here. So instead of bringing 2 units of Devourers, I now have a unit of Devourers with a Tribe Master in it. The Tribe Master's given them Destroyer Boost Aura. He himself has attacks on AP2, and has got a bit of fear himself and all that kind of stuff. So,
yeah.
Very nice.
This is a scary unit.
I have also doubled up on the number of Tribe Masters. So before it was 1 Tribe Master and 1 Champion on a Mammoth. I've gone for double Tribe Master here instead, just 2 big beat sticks instead. Then I've now doubled the number of Ambush Casters that I had before. Reduced the number of little ones from 3 to 2, and then also reduced the number of Fang Beasts from 2 to 1 as well. So it's not massively different. I think it'll probably play very different. But if you watch the previous game, then you're familiar with all these pieces already.
Yeah, it feels like the top punch of this list is just that bit higher. That last list you had will have played objectives a lot more comfortably, I feel. This one, it's got the ability, I think, a higher ability to table an opponent. Double Tribe Masters on Mammoth, single Tribe Master with the Devourers. If you win the roll-off, whatever this unit charges is going to die. And on this mission as well, where our deployment zones are toe-to-toe, that's the sort of thing that I've got to be very careful of, I think, in deployment. Because you can just output silly amounts of damage. So that is a scary list. As for what I'm bringing, we're playing mixed formats as well, folks. It's what we anticipate a lot of our events to be this year. 2,000 points, Age of Fantasy, and Grimdark Future. I'm bringing the Robot Legions. Now, we spoke about this last week, and we have spoken about it since our last recording. You wanted to see what would happen if we bring skew lists against these Ogres, and we think Robot Legions is one of the armies that can cover that skew on this mission. What we've got is 3 units of Scouting Destroyer Snakes. Now, the Destroyer Snakes have had Scout added to them as an optional upgrade in 3.5, maybe even in 3.5.1. I can't remember exactly where it came in. But the ability to give this excellent unit Scout for 20 points is phenomenal. We've got Qual 3, Defense 4, Self-Repair. They've got Strider as well, but the thing that is just a bit of chef's kiss about them is 4 attacks, AP1 and Shred, the same as Destroyer. As we said last week, folks, this is a hilariously powerful rule. Here we're not capitalizing on it plus Deadly, but it's still incredibly strong. Really, if you have the option to bring it, please do. One of the units is a unit of 6. This just means that if I win the roll-off for who goes first, I can do the same to Harvey. I can go for that unit of Destroyers, for example, wipe it out, take a scary unit off the board, get the points for wiping a hero, all those good things, provided the dice go well for me. What else have I got? The abilities have Night Transport plus Spider... sorry, not the Spider Walker, plus the... Where am I looking for it? The Tri-Scorpions. There we go. The Night Transport with the Tri-Scorpions is phenomenal. You can stick a very scary unit like the Tri-Scorpions into your flying transport, your 36-inch moving transport, put it pretty much wherever you want on the board in round 1, and have a unit drop out of it that A, packs a punch. These guys, 12 attacks, AP1 Shred, Also 6 points of Ravage, really nice. But also, more importantly, this is round 1 ambush that can contest objectives, which in a progressive scoring mission such as this one and such as the mission in Game 4, very important. Once you've got that core, don't leave home without your Deadly 6. On a Spider Walker, qual 3 up, this thing can just one-tap any tough 12s. Of course, Harvey's got 2 tough 18s, which makes life harder, but it's something to play for. This thing I'm hoping will pump out consistent damage. We'll see, though. It's only 2 attacks. That could be very fickle. And then with my remaining points, I've brought a unit of Swarms and a Robot Lord. Now, one idea that I have is to stick the Robot Lord with the Tri-Scorpions and the Night Transport, not have him lead the unit, just have him be separate. That gives me the versatility to decap with him if needs be, and also just to kind of run around the board and be a menace, come in late. I put him as caster 2. Now, the Robot Legion's spell list isn't the best in the world, but 9 hits can still wipe a unit out quite handily if I can get him up to enough caster points for that. That's one thing to consider. 2 enemy units taking 4 hits each, also very good at just popping a few morale checks. And he's, as I said, a body that can drop out of a transport. That's quite effective. The Bot Swarms, only having 1 of these actually is a bit of a pain. I'd love to have been able to fit 2 in, but I'm 5 points short, so the Robot Lord is 1. These guys are just brilliant backline controllers. Really love them in the army. Wish I had 5 points spare to get them in, but I don't. So we'll see how this plays out. Now, this is the mission where aggression will be so brutal. What are your thoughts in the immediate analysis?
This is the kind of mission that I don't really like to see in a pack, I suppose. It's very, very polarizing, right? The idea that you basically are toe-to-toe at the very start of the map puts a lot of emphasis on certain play styles. Obviously, as you can see in front of us, we think Scout's been very strong here. Being able to basically scout to any position on the board before the game starts, and then basically charge anything in the game, because really 24-inch threat range from the word go is very, very difficult to deal with. So having a big beefy Scout like Dave's got is going to be very, very potent. The same with the one I've got. I think, unfortunately, this is one of those kind of game modes where getting the roll-off is going to be even more important.
Who wins the roll-off is going to be huge.
I think there's a huge thing here of like winning the roll-off in this game seems very, very potent. It's big in OPR anyway, but it's especially big here where you cannot defend your units. You can't stop them from being on top of you. So yeah, this may be in an hour's time, it might be going like, well, you won the roll-off, so it kind of makes sense. But we'll see, really.
Cracking. Let's get into the game. We're going to move on now and just get straight into the deployment. Again, this is something where I think that the heavy Scout army could suffer. Let's see how this one breaks down.
Okay, so just to run through what the minis I'll be using will be representing from what you just see in the list. So these 2 big boys here on Mammoths are obviously my 2 Tribe Masters on Mammoth. In the middle here, we've got the Fang Beach Rider. We've got the Tribe Master with his unit of Devourers. We've got the 2 Casters, and we've got the 2 units of Little Ones at the front.
Very nice and easy. Mine as well, quite straightforward. We've got our 3 units of Destroyer Snakes, and this is my big block of 6 at the back. This is my Spider Walker, 2 attacks, Deadly 6. Of course, my Night Transport. We'll have my Tri-Scorpions in, and then my Bot Swarms here on the front, sat next to my Robot Lord. Let's get some dice rolling. Thank you to everyone showing us your comically large dice. Of course, the Mega Dice has made its return. I think this guy's got to stay with us now. I love the Mega Dice. Huge. I'm so close to trying to find a big foam dice on Amazon or something.
I feel like we need a custom model if we're going to continue to use the Mega Dice in TTS. Maybe we should go digging in the workshop for some really posh looking dice. Make it as snazzy as it can do.
You can definitely get some army-themed dice as well in there. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
For now, though, the Mega Dice is big, he's red, and he's ready for us. Are we going to roll this for our roll-off?
Yep. Best of luck, my friend.
Good luck. Have fun. Right. Here is Dave's roll on the Mega Dice.
Oh, it's a 2.
It's a 2.
On. Odds on.
Oh. The Mega Dice.
Classic TTS rolling.
Well, good game. Well played. Our board today is a very straightforward and simple one. We've got a few units of forest, a few placements of forest. These are difficult terrain. They're cover you can see into and out of, but not through them. We've got some elevated blocking buildings. I think are 2 inches tall. I'm on 2D measuring, but they're squares. Yeah, they're 2 inches tall, so you can go up them. Bigger blocking bits as well. Each deployment zone has got one of these ruins, which is cover, and a really nice little rule adding to it, which is it's dangerous when you're rushing or charging. I haven't seen that too much, but this map pack has these pieces in it. I think it's just a really good idea to have that sort of thing in. So we've got it in here today. I haven't got deployment zones lined up because the deployment line is this thing down the middle here.
Yeah,
It's
this is
an intense and brutal
pretty
game.
much a symmetrical map, so...
Yeah, I don't know what we do. I'm going to go on this side. Fancy it.
Okay.
Also, my mini's already here. So we're going to have... How are we going to do this? I think if I put Spider Walker on one objective, he'll be fine. Robots, swarms on another. These guys can all go in my boat, and my boat can start pretty much here, I think. Just check that I can get through on a nice 30 to 36 very easily. Very happy, very good, very nice. Yeah. Now, the real thing that I would want to check, and I need to be ready to check, is what you've got that's got fast and, of course, scouts. Now, you're going to be pretty much deploying here and going gung-ho charge Reno. So I really want to be back off of this 12-inch line. Of course, you can't charge my aircraft, so he's safe for now. I don't have to worry about that, but just something to say that I'm thinking about as we get into my next 2 units of deployment. Over to you.
All right. Okay, so I think it's... Let's just bring all these minis over here for now, just to make it easier. Let's pop them here. Right. I mean, it's early deployment, so I've got 2 guys in ambush, which may be a problem here. There's a temptation to leave them not in ambush for this game.
Yeah, I can see that, actually.
But
This is going to be so aggressive so early.
Yeah.
Are those 6-6 AP2 going to be pivotal in that round 1?
Yeah, I think they're a liability on the board, so I'm tempted to leave them off. So
we
I'm
haven't really discussed the secondaries as well, which we can have a look at in a sec.
Some goblins, I think. Now, where do goblins want to be?
What? So, I've played this mission a few times now. I can't make up my mind. What do you want on your back points? Do you want your soft and squishies? Or do you want something that's got a bit of welly to take on whatever your opponent's sending in there? Because you get the most points for taking your opponents. And I haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to be giving you the best. I'm going to be giving you the goods today. I'm going squishy back,
I think we're going to
heavy
go there.
front. Yeah, I think that's quite reasonable.
Actually, I might just blow slightly further to the right. The only thing I'm conscious of is, right, if Dave's going to do some nonsense, I kind of want to just be in the middle of the board, really. Because I want to be able to move on to the points, which that's not too far to go. But what I don't want is Dave to be able to move on to, like, charge it and then
get a
back.
charge and get the point.
Yeah, I think being off the points is the play.
Who's got the most activations? You do, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I've got 7.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. These guys are in there now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, we're both on 8. How have I pulled that off? Well done, me. Good army building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay, we're on even Stevens. I think, again, my game plan against this Ogres list is just take out the smaller stuff, put you into a Titan Lord's position where you're playing with fewer units and hope for the best. So with that in mind, I think stick the bot swarms. What have you got here? What have I got to worry about? What have I got to worry about is you bombing it in with that unit of Mega Destroyers. I've got Scout Prio, so I'm actually going to try and kill that first. I might even double stack into it. So because I'm going to be making that reliance, do I arrogantly stick my bot swarm somewhere unsafe? Pick up, please. Same principles, I think. I want to be off the point. I want to be off the point so you can't just... I don't think I can get anywhere safe, really. I want to be off the point so you don't charge me somewhere where you can bounce onto it. Dark Elf Raiders are in my head here as well. Very flexible. I don't know if this is good. Is it good? I don't. I think I'm going to go for it for now. Okay. I'll have that one be there. I don't know if it's good, but we'll find out.
I'll go with some low ones again.
Who's going on your back points? Are those guys ambushing?
Yeah, they are ambushing, yeah.
You're going to have Fang Beast on one?
There's some thinking going on here. Don't you worry. I think that's one like this, maybe?
I'm pretty sure that's not in coherency.
That's not, but it's about to be.
For those of you watching as well who maybe don't use TTS so much, one of the things you'll see that Harvey's got, or he did have with his first unit of lesser ones, and did have with this one and does with his first, you can press Control and a number to put a unit of multiple models into that many ranks of model. So that block on the left that you can see now, he's held over all 10 of them, he's selected them and pressed Control 2, and it puts them into 2 ranks. He's not going to be doing it really here. Oh, he's thinking about getting cheeky.
I don't know how else I wouldn't be. I don't know how else I survive a charge is the thing.
Yeah, you don't, I think. They're too fat because of the 1
exactly
inch rule.
right. But I can do it with multiple units, and I can actually do it against a wall, so I've got way more lenience than this. So I think what I do is I think I take these guys, and I think I do this, and I think I just set them up taking advantage of some of the terrain on the board, which has to be this because it's impassable. And I think I just try and make a big old circle.
Ooh.
Otherwise, it's just straight up giving up a unit, which seems like a waste of time. And what are little ones for, if not for shenanigans? That's what they're born for. And I think they're still within 9 of each other. Yeah. So that would probably allow me to do this if he was right up against the back.
Yeah.
If he was up against his ass, and up against his ass, up against his ass.
You've got the space to put them a bit further out.
And then I think that basically clears it. I mean, I've still got space to move, so I can actually push them further out, but I think that would give me the space to do it.
It's 8 inches, right, that a unit has to be in?
It's 9, right? 9.
Is it 9?
Yeah. Either way, these guys are well in.
That's what I'm saying. Well in.
Well in.
Right. So Harvey's getting ready to do some scout cheese.
It's unfortunately the only way I can not lose a unit, so it's just got to be the way it is.
Yeah. Do you have any Strider? Yeah, your casters do. These guys don't, right?
No.
Okay. I think we go for a nice and simple. Kind of want to be able to go. I want this guy to be able to move 6 inches into here to still be on the point. That's exactly what I want. So that's a nice place to be. He can go down there, and that is the Robot Legion's pre-scout deployment done. Off you go, sir.
All right. So I think the only way this works is if we do a whole flank overload. I think otherwise we've just got an 18-inch deadly guy shooting at us the whole time. I think the only way around that is to do something like this and push him back, really, so he can't stay on this point with this stuff, and then we get a free point, is the thinking. And then push that into round 2, perhaps. And then that leaves this guy, who's normally his job is to just buff morale and stuff. But he's going to have to play this point. Like Dave's done, I think it makes sense to deploy him. I mean, line of sight's probably the best thing he can do. Like, because this thing could just fly over and kill it, really. But
yeah,
I think something like this is fine. Like I said, you want to stay off the points, really, so... Yeah, and then those 2 guys are in ambush, and I think that's probably just the deployment. I don't think there's a clever way of doing this, is there? Because we basically just want to be like over there, really, so we can threaten some stuff. And if this thing runs backwards, then I think we win this point from whatever's going to come defend. But it's tough. All right, yeah, we'll do that. See how it goes.
See, I'm a bit baffled by this because I think. What if we just swap? What if I concede this? What if I just move away? I can even neutralize it quite easily. And just say, fine. And I take my first scout unit. I do something annoying. So this is the middle line. So I can literally deploy here.
Yeah, an interesting thing about the scout rule that it doesn't exist for, that it obviously exists for ambush is you have to deploy a certain distance away. But for scout, because it's not really designed for a game mode like this, where you're ever going to be this close to enemies, it's kind of weird that you can actually deploy very close to things.
Yeah. I want to be like this because I want to stop you. Oh, you could charge, which would be annoying. There's also just, do I do this charge first, right? And then do I fight fire with fire? My guys have got a Strider and you don't. So here's what I'm thinking. I have 3. Harvey's going to have to show his hand now in a moment. So do I do something obnoxious? If I put these guys down They get charged, pulled this way, can't make it onto this point. I think that's fine, because then I just send my Night Transport up here and do nasty bits to him. Unload units here, get charges off, and cry less about my life. Face the wrath of a Tribe Master coming back and really just get into one of those game modes where you're trading. We're trading as aggressively as we can. I push you down as quickly as I can to having either 2 or 4 units on the board. I just try and wipe you and then hopefully clean up on points. You've got to kill my whole army to get the 20 model wipeout condition. I've got to kill 2 of your units. So that's one thing. If I keep this guy hidden until the final round, you're not going to get the hero point. Again, I'm more likely to get that. Do I just play the dirty game like that? And if I do, how does it start? So that's the thought process I'm going through here. Now, if I put these destroyer snakes here, you got to get a charge on them to stop them from just going yoink and taking that point. What do you then do with your destroyers? Do you deploy them here? If you do, I can then just do my fatties and wipe them out. How many points were those destroyers? They are 465 points. How expensive is my unit of robot snakes? I think it's not too dissimilar. 410 points?
Similar kind of space, yeah.
So if I manage to put pressure on you through deployment to make that sort of play, I'm probably trading up on points. I just have to play the rest of the game. You're not getting... Here's another thing. Until you bring your ambushes in, which... Round 3, you're not getting 2 points a turn. So that's a max of 4 points, which I can get 2 of, but mostly deny you 4. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's good, but it feels good. So I think this annoying pressure here is 1. See where you deploy your your devourers, and then I go from there. Because as well, one of the things you have done is left it that I could just scout onto this point, block you off into a really bad combat, and just really start to milk the points. Like, that's going to be hard for you. I think I'm fine with this. It feels the most uncomfortable because I have the least amount of information, but it forces things from you. So I think my destroyer snakes have to go there.
Cool. Right. So you've got 1 big beefy unit of destroyer snakes to post up and 1 little one. She'll bring it to sight from over there. Come on, join the gang.
Join the mega dice.
I think we probably still have to deploy them in here. Because the other option is put them in the middle of the board here. And you then have to do this first charge.
I have to do that charge, yeah.
But I don't know if I have any good value off the back of that. I mean, I can charge this guy
there's also
here, but he would be unhappy.
If you put it by your Tribe Masters on Mammoth, you set up the counter charge to have that trade, right? A 400-point unit for a 400-point unit. I come up 50 points up, but your Mammoths are still making their way up the board in a way that you want.
Yeah, because there's some value to be said, just put them here.
Yeah.
And then the problem we've got there, I mean, I need to be able to cover this whole place is 6 inches, which is not going to happen because you could come in here and bounce back, and then I'll be out of range. So they can't be that far up the board. They don't need to be that far up the board either. They can actually be over here.
Yeah.
The other thing that can happen is I can put them over here, and that then gives me this onto the point here. You've basically got nothing defending this. So you'd have to put a unit of guys here.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're locked up for 1 turn. Second turn, maybe they start coming over here or over here, but they don't really have a lot to do over there.
Here's another thing, right? And my immediate thought is if you put a unit there, I let you have it.
Well, I mean, that'll be worth the points for me then, right?
Whereas I make it so you sit around, you have to deal with my robot swarms. I try and be annoying with that. Maybe late game, I pinch back with my caster and try and, if I'm winning on the activation game, I try and put him there.
Yeah.
Like, that's the old-fashioned stuff. Don't think just charge style of see the big fat unit and avoid it, right?
Yeah. I mean, this is like already we're feeling the pressure of losing the roll-off, right? If I won the roll-off, exactly. I can put these guys wherever I want and they would be able to be fine.
There's 2 pressures, right? There's losing the roll-off and there's I have more scouts than you.
Well, more scouts doesn't actually matter if you win the roll-off. Because
sorry,
you literally can't put this unit down near my
if
guys.
if we were 2-2 on scouts, or like even just at all even on scouts, I'd have
I
lost
could
this
maybe
pressure.
put all yours. Yeah. But even still, right,
Which
it's
is
very
why,
hard to find a place that's going to work. But
yeah.
let's say we do put them. Oh God, the boys, come on, guys, get together.
Okay.
Let's say we do put them here. What options does that leave me with? I basically defend this point.
They've got a musician.
Yeah. So, because that was... Oh, God. Okay, lads, calm down. That was 7 to there, and then 6 inches. So he doesn't actually defend that point. It's too small. Too small. He obviously threatens those guys. But how valuable is that? I don't know. Yeah. I should have maybe put these guys here instead and then put them inside there, so they're at least defending a point.
It's a hard mission, right? It's really hard, especially when you lose that roll off.
Yeah, I mean, without the roll off, I think we'd be in a relatively comfortable position right now. I wonder if we just go here, put the range of this charge,
army up there on that screen.
Then I can countercharge whatever you put in there, and then at least I'm trading back and forth. And yeah, how far up can I put these guys to the point where you could not do some shenanigans? Probably not that far, right? Like if I put them here, it actually limits. You can't then come from this angle because you won't have enough models in.
Yeah.
So you'd have to come from like here or here, both of which there's no way you're getting a full unit 3 inches back where I can't charge it.
That's right.
2.5 to there, and then I've got another 10.5 covering. So it at least covers that spider walker. But yeah, one of those things, don't know. I'm just going to put them here and say, let them say, go for it.
Now it's for me. Also, for those of you who are scrubbing through the video and fast forwarding and going, how the hell are they still on deployment? This is why we put so much emphasis on that deployment video that we did. Because it's from that staging point that we look at the game and go, well, god damn, how's this going to go? First thing I'm going to do is these destroyer snakes are going to go here. Yep. They're going to just make your life pretty damn difficult. There is almost merit to going even closer, but at the same time, this charge is not scary. The charge is scary for you, but not for me. So I'm going to do that one and force you to come back to me, and then these guys. Now, yes, I think I'm pretty locked in on this. I've been wondering, as you've been wondering where to go, is this actually the most important thing for me to do? I think it is. It's efficient trading up for these destroyer snakes. They're gonna get pounded in return, but it's a good trade. I'm hopefully trading up on points because this unit is terrifying. And if I ignore this unit, if I don't do it, you just thump this guy. There is an argument to putting this unit of 3 here and then having them block, take a hit. But then I don't have anything to do after that. And if I put these guys into one of your mammoths, I just don't think it's going well for me. So I think I let the trade happen. Also, these guys got -1 to hit against in melee. So I think I kind of have to ignore them. And just try and win on the rest of the points. So then the question in my mind is, and just bring you all through the thought process, where do I want these guys to be? Now, where do I not want them to be is also as important as where do I want them to be. This tribe master, presumably is the one doing the charging, he wants to go this way. He wants to go into my point. So what do I want to do? Make that hard for him. I'm going to charge from over here. I'm going to presume that I'm going to get countercharged. I'm going to be off the point, but hopefully I can bring the tribe master off the point for a little bit. At the very worst, if he goes here with this one and maybe this one comes backwards or something silly or goes into the center of the board, then this point is uncontested for a round and I'm feeling good as well. I think I want it to be like this. Like chess, your knight on the edge of the board is the weakest, and if I can put his tribe master on the edge of the board, I think I'm doing well. So to really show how abusively flexible this scout rule can be. In fact, I was going to just put them here, but that means then that I have to wrap around you on my charge, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to do it so that I am as close to 12 inches away as possible, so that I don't have to fall foul of that silly rule that says everyone has to base.
As long as you just measure 1 and then you just place them in where you want to put them, right?
Yeah.
There's no point in measuring it out to then move it again.
But yeah, it's 3 guys.
In fact, you might
are gonna
actually
get
struggle straight up. Yeah, they'd have to come around the corner, I guess, right? But even then,
yeah
you
they
might
go
have
around
one
the
in the
corner.
gap. But yeah,
But like if I do it like this, I want them in 2 ranks of 3.
yeah, as long as the back one can make it. I mean, you could just come from below as well next to my tribe
I
masters,
come
right?
from down here,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Just
So I'll
put,
just do that for now.
put 2 ranks 3 and whack them.
Cool. We'll go just like this.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the most sensible way of doing it. Just making it that you guys have to go. For those of you, a note for those of you at home who use, I don't know if this is the correct, in the loosest term, the correct port for Games Workshop models. For those of you who use whatever these models are from Games Workshop who are wondering, how are you doing this, Dave? They're 50mm bases for Games Workshop models. I've scaled them down to be 40mm bases in Tabletop Simulator because that's the size of the OPR models bases. Sadly, we do not have one-page rules models in Tabletop Simulator yet.
Yeah.
One day it'll happen because the Robot Legions range, in particular for OPR, is particularly sick. But that's just for those of you looking at this and maybe eyeballing and going, what's going on here? I have scaled them down. These guys are still on 50 because that's what they should be. Lovely.
Right.
That's what we've done here. Now, here's where I shenanigan you and I move the box swarms first. I'm not doing that. As an extra point, I was wondering if you had put them in the ring here about just moving the night transport up and blasting this unit of little ones, but I don't have that
the thought
in front
process
of me
there
now.
was if you did that, then I would then get a charge on the destroyer snakes below them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
valid.
Which I think should be in place somewhere different, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think that was like the hardest one to do and the easiest mistake, and I do think it was a mistake, but ho-hum, we're in this spot now. Charge. Round 1 of the game. The first thing is the one thing we've been discussing for ages. Look at these beastie boys. This is
attacks.
24 attacks. I'm going to be going... Let's go green today. Let's go green. 24 attacks. Now, I'm hitting you on 3s. AP 1, shred. Let's go. Seems quite reasonable-ish. Oh, no, 9 hits.
It's 1 off.
Cool. 15 hits, AP 1 and shred. Let's see what you're doing here. This is 5 ups and 1s are doubled.
Yep. So no 1s and we're okay.
Oof.
Okay.
Lots of 6s.
So 5 ups. So there's 4 plus there's 12 damage in total.
Nice.
Yeah. So that means we actually survive that charge. Because the Tribe Master has 6 wounds.
Yeah. Tribe Master 6 wounds. But I take 3 guys off the board.
Which is a classic. So he would have had to come to here, but and he's got 3 wounds. We can still win this combat.
No, he's... Oh, yeah, they're 3 wounds each. I was going, no, it's 4 because everyone's got 4 attacks in this breakdown here.
So we can actually... We can actually still win this combat if I hit all my attacks and Dave rolls only 1s and 2s. But
Destroyer boost is so good. We watched the charge, the round 1 charge flub last game, didn't we?
All right. So whole heap of dice, hit on 3s. Okay, 5 hits.
We're not wiping me out. No. So you're AP 2, I'm defense 4. So this is 6 ups. No 1s and 2s. Easy peasy. Gross. Okay, I make 1, which goes straight in. Robot rule. I forget it all the time. I have extra 6 ups. So that was 1 save. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll bring this back in. 6 ups. Let's...
No. The 1s and 2s are doubled.
Yeah, so get rid of that. Oh, sorry, 1 more dice. You're right.
Yeah. Wait.
Miscount.
Yeah. You rolled... Oh, it was 5 attacks, wasn't there? Yeah.
It was 5 hits.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And 2 of them were double, 1 saved. Yeah, cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, cool. Nice. 6 ups. Okay, so that is... I did roll the right amount of dice there, didn't I? No, 1 more.
Yeah. No, that's right.
Doesn't matter. I'll take the second 6. I take 5 wounds. So how am I going to do this? I'm going to destroy this destroyer snake. And at this point, it doesn't matter. But this guy can take the 2 wounds. They're activated, and I bounce an inch.
Okay, it's actually quite a crucial morale check here, because if he lives, it's kind of huge, because he's still threatening on his own.
He is.
Oh, sorry, comically large dice, right? All right.
Don't
roll a 1 again, okay? Don't roll a 1.
Let's see. I can feel it. Oh, he's good. He's good. That is big.
Okay, so that's those guys activated. Right, now, in terms of stuff, I think we actually cross the beams instead of because now I get more distance this way. I don't have to give up the point.
Crisscross applesauce.
I think that might be the play. The thing is, we don't need to do any of this right now because these guys have activated, so we don't need to make this charge. Like, this guy's going to shoot regardless, so don't worry about that. So we get to do whatever we want else on the board, which is this Fang Beach right doing something. Now, it has impact, so it does want to charge. The temptation to charge the Destroyer Snakes is pretty high. These guys over here aren't really doing anything, because the other thing we can do is we can try and run, which 12 inches to here. We have 16 inches, so we could actually, 12 inches to there. We could actually just peg it and play for this point next turn, and see how that goes. That is an option. The other thing we can do is we can say, like, okay, we're not going to charge, but we will block off this, which is an option. Not sure how good of an option it is. Interestingly enough, this charge here is actually not a bad one. The little ones are actually quite weak, obviously, and they're very likely to get wiped out by this as it flies over. So charging this in here would definitely fatigue these guys as long as I get at least one hit. And then that puts them in a weird position where, like, maybe this charge would not go as well as they thought it would. And it would be a good use of 70 points. So I think we're probably going to make this play. So I think we probably bring the boys round. So now I think I'm going to have to end up going in that gap there. But let's see how far this on the back. So 7 inches. Okay, I think they can basically all get in. They just have to conga line down here, if that's okay with you.
It's within the rules.
No, I know, but I mean, there we go.
See, even that, right? That could have been an extra point of analysis in that deployment. Do I want to give you your 25 mil base of width?
12 to there, and then I think we're just going to pick these guys up.
Yeah, just pick them up, jam them in, they're all good.
Do that. The chance that they all survive is pretty slim. Okay, so we'll make this charge. So this is 10 attacks on 5-ups. Now, the beauty here is we do have Destroyer, so we could see some big things happen here. We need to roll a bunch of 5-ups. Woo!
Did the little ones, the little ones are going
okay,
big.
So 7 hits, 4s to save, 1s is a double. All 1s, please. Let's fucking go.
I think one guy dies here, right? On average, a guy dies.
More than that. Holy crap.
2 guys and an extra wound? I can't.
You can't win this combat anymore. Well, you can actually. You got the same rule. You got the same stupid rule. It's fine, Dave. So, little one gang, putting in some work here. You do have self regen before you forget it.
Thank you. I do.
Yeah.
It's actually 7 wounds.
Yeah. So you just roll more than 1 6 here and 2 live. Okay. So actually, one guy's back.
I get
alive.
a guy back. Yeah.
Yeah. On 1 life, which is irrelevant here. Very relevant. Yeah, he's on.
Ultra relevant.
He's
right? So I've just taken 5 wounds. So I was actually considering. Yeah. I was considering not striking back because the morale check made no difference. If I fail, I'm wiped off the board. Because that guy's back in the game, that makes a difference. I don't think I can risk it. I don't think I can risk doing nothing here. So we're going. We've got to strike back. Alternative is they get shaken and you go on your merry way this way. I've taken 5 wounds. Yeah, we're striking back. Okay. We do the punchy backy hit you in the face thing.
Okay. 8 attacks.
Yeah. Okay. 8 attacks. We hit you back in the face. Let's hope this goes well. 3 ups. Or the game. I thought these were 2s. 7 hits.
Very nice.
6s. 1's a doubled.
6s and 1's doubled.
Ooh.
Okay, so that is 6 wounds.
I win by 1. Holy shit, that was close.
Yes, that's rather unfortunate for the gang. But it's fine. We always roll 5-ups.
Easy. Peasy. Oh my god, that was the most insane.
There we go. That's just the kind of potency of Destroyer nonsense, isn't it, really? The random spikes.
Was like, oh man, that was the most insane 70 points charge I think I've seen. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm pressured into something here. Now, the reason I did have this open was to remind myself of the range on the night transport guns. We have one that's 12 inches and one that's 24. Because hitting this unit matters. Do I start to immediately gamble? Okay, here's the thought process. These guys want to get onto this point. If these guys come onto this point, you want to charge with your Fang Beast Rider or with one of the units over here. Which means that I can hopefully drop a counter charge with the Tri-Scorpions. If it's these guys, this guy who comes back here, I ain't dropping them. I'm hoping for the best. But I've got him out of the game. There's so many layers here because I've got the ability to shoot at 2 different units with 6 attacks. One of them is, I think destructive is 6s to hit, get +1 to hit. One of them is AP1 Surge, so 6s explode. I think AP1 Surge has got the biggest damage potential here. If I just class that as 12 shots, A6, AP nothing, how does that work? Can I get my Night Transport into a position, I probably can because of the long base, where I can shoot these guys, try and stick them onto a morale check so that this charge sucks for you? These guys, the little ones, have me scared. I think this is it. I think that the move is Destroyer Snakes go to here, forcing this charge, setting up for this to come in, shoot him, shoot them. Do I want to shoot him before the charge? Try and get a morale check before he gets his thing off? I think I do. All right, I think we're doing this. We have 36 inches of movement. So with a little jiggle, I can get guys. Oh, so if I go here, I don't think it quite works out for me. I can go here.
You might have an issue with height down then, because that's going to be 4 inches up. So you'll only be able to move 2 inches laterally. But I think that's pretty in range there, yeah. Is it not?
But I don't think these guys then have got the range to do what I want because of this guy being in the way, which forces my hand into something I don't want to do. So yeah, I think I'm on that pressure point. There's always a chance you just charge here, but I think if you charge there, I'm still fine. So I think instead my move is take this guy. Let's not do silly shit because of this. But 5 inches, take him 7 inches. He's on the point. Nice guy. 6 inches, 6 inches. Precise measurement. And now they're on the point. They're annoying you, and I'm forcing you to make this sort of play. It's not optimum. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Yeah, I think that's kind of what I'm doing here. I think that's my activation, and I'm good. Over to you.
Cool. So what do we want to do here? So one thought is obviously Dave would like to make this play here, get split damage. So one thing is we could just run our night goblins, our goblins over here.
Night goblins.
Night goblins. I don't even know where that came from. We could just run our guys here to be on the point. We still have counter-attacker, and that means that Dave no longer gets to make this play and also take some goblin lives.
You still have counter-attack. Oh.
Yeah. So I think we probably do something like that.
Oy vey.
I don't think it makes a difference where we go because really, I need to be on this point to contest it, and if Dave charges here, then I might as well be on the point to contest it, if you get what I mean. So we'll just take that activation and call it a day.
Okay. Is there anything I'm now under pressure for, right? And I think there is. Is there pressure? Oh, is there pressure to be a diva and block here? Okay, thoughts in my head. What can I do with this night transport? I could go somewhere like here, shoot my surge attacks there. I want attacks on this Fang Beast Rider. I think that's the problem I have here. I want attacks on the Fang Beast Rider. I want them now. What if you do this charge? Do I win a charge with my Tri-Scorpions into your Mammoth? That's the problem. What do you think? What are you scared of here?
I actually don't know what your play is here. I think there's plenty of decisions you can make. I think either shooting the Trimaster or shooting the Fang Beast Rider are both good plays. I don't think I'm be splitting shooting here. I think I'd be pouring points into one guy.
That's kind of where I am, right? I've got him here. What's 12 inches from you? Not comfortable. Not comfortable because if that's 12, okay, I can still be. So if I get to there, I can get 12 inches, blast this Fang Beast Rider, block the point.
You'd have to be an inch away from those models as well.
Yeah, that's what I was checking. Which I am.
Is that an inch? Oh, it's measuring height as well because you're on the point. Yeah. Change it to 2D. Oh, it's 2D.
It's on 2D.
Is that an inch? No. What the? There's no way that's an inch, is it? That looks massive.
Oh no, how many undos am I losing here?
Well, whatever. Look, that's fine. Yeah, just,
Right.
it must be
12.2 though, but I'm not. I have to
close,
ruin it somehow, and I think it's probably like going over here. Measuring route
things. Going
things.
weird with the measuring there, right? It must be. I don't know.
Maybe it's because of the elevation on the point.
TTS moment.
TGS moment. Am I splitting fire?
I mean, that's actually the other thing as well. Like if you follow by Tano's rules, you wouldn't be measuring from the base either right now. You'd be measuring from the model. Because they don't technically have bases, which is one thing he said. They said the flight bases, so you measure from the model whenever you shoot. Which it seems like a really weird ruling for a mini agnostic game.
I don't understand it, so I don't like it. I think is where my brain's at. The very human thing here.
Yeah, I think it's because vehicles don't have bases, right? So, this wouldn't have a base in theory, but obviously it needs a base to be able to fly, and then you then need to measure from the model itself, which obviously we can't do on TTS. So it's kind of moot. But yeah, I think the idea is that you measure from one of the Quasar arms instead. But I think it's mostly nonsense.
I agree.
I think I'd much rather my opponent measures from the base and ignores all the minis.
Do I shoot a Tribe Master? Do I shoot a Tribe Master here? They're only defense 4 up.
They're 3 up.
They are 3 up. We forgot that, didn't we? They're defense 3 up.
We've done this already. We're not going to do it again.
We've made them We've made this mistake. If you go 3 inches, I think I need to be like here, right? And do it. And then you charge. You probably can't, even with a 3-inch bounce. Oh, it's 4 inches, right? All right, go here. Okay, we'll do this. We'll go there, accept that this charge is coming, place within 6 inches and make the charge within 6 inches, and we'll still catch you because you're fat. And we'll do it like that. And let's take your activation off the board. Am I interested in taking your activation off the board? Oh my goodness, so many things. Yes, because you're in ambush. You've got prior into the next round anyway, so let's do this. Night Transport is activated after all that deliberation, and we are going to blammo the Fang Beast Rider, which is going to be big games. So I need to actually split this out. Yeah. We will have 6 deleted dice. We'll go red. So the red dice are destructive. The green dice are surging. So I'm looking for 6s on my green dice here. I'm also looking for 6s on the destructive dice. So that's how that works. Let's go. Wow.
You're not worthy of the 6s.
I'm not worthy of anything. That is that 6 misses?
There's 6 misses.
Well,
so we've got 3 AP non, 3 AP 1.
AP1.
Okay, so this is def 3. So the greens are saving on a 4, and the reds are saving on a 3, which can still be morale here.
Right.
So it's exactly 3
4
wounds.
The greens. Oh yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
Sorry. Yeah, you're def 3. You're def 3.
So
okay.
1, 2, 3, and now we have a glorious 50-50.
Mega dice. The mega dice. The mega dice.
Everyone loves 50-50s. Right, the mega dice is giving me a 1 and a 6. So something in the middle, maybe like a 4. maybe something higher in the middle, maybe like a 5 would be good. No.
The mega dice is so drama. Oh my word.
Okay. That is that shaken then. Shaky Stevens. Right. Okay, so what does that leave me to do then? So you still have you must have wiped out one of my units at some point, then that's what's happened, right? Yeah, you wiped out these guys, right? Okay, so what do we want to do here? You're actually no longer threatening this guy, so he can just unstun, but that will give this point. I think realistically, making one of these charges does make some sort of sense, but also I don't know what I want to do about this Spider Walker, because moving one guy there feels good. But I could also actually just move the Tribe Master now to here and do a bit of sneaky, bit line of sight, which I think is probably the play, because it stalls I guess the stalling doesn't really matter because you still have these guys to activate. But at the very least, it kind of puts you in a weird position where this Spider Walker would have to move forwards to shoot him, I think, if he was like right up against there. Not sure. Let me see what it looks like. I think he's too fat for this to work the way I want it to. I think he'd be slightly poking around the corner, which means you could just run backwards. But I guess you can't run backwards because you need to be on the point. But all of this is to say that it would give up the point. It would give up this point. So we can get, if we kind of need to commit resources over here to take this point. In fact, actually, I can just charge here and then bounce back 3 inches onto the point with this guy, as long as this guy is not in the way. So I think that's fine. So the Tribe Master wants to do something here that makes him a threat to the game. Because we have a guaranteed... Well, a guaranteed...
I was muted. Is he going backwards?
No cap. Just to check, this guy can make this charge. He can make it to there. I mean, he'll be there, right?
He's got a fat base as well, right?
Yeah. So I think he makes the 3-inch bounce onto that point. He can't make it with this guy in the way, though, is the important thing.
He has to wipe the unit, though. And you know how I roll dice, you're doomed.
I mean, that is very real. I do have to wipe the unit, but I feel good about it.
Yeah, I'm fatigued, right?
Yeah.
Can you wipe me? Which, again, the Mega Dice giveth and the Mega Dice taketh away on that morale check.
I think maybe we take the Tribe Master and put him here then. There's no reason for him to be far away. Now, one option is we could actually charge this guy. We're both fear 2.
Yeah.
But
so
I have 8 attacks.
8 attacks,
6,
AP2.
So
what's that? 2
sometimes
hits?
you got to believe.
Oh, I thought I had 4 for some reason as well.
Oh no, this guy's got an extra 2 for some reason. Yeah, he's not your normal everyday Spider Walker guy.
He's got some clap.
Is there any reason not to do this now? I don't think so. I think I need to make this move first for anything else to work. So I'm just going to pop him here-ish. Yeah, cool. We'll call that done.
I ain't afraid of the drama.
Okay, this man's about to lose a whole unit to some goblins.
Yeah,
it's going to be embarrassing.
I ain't afraid of the drama. Go ahead, Goblin Boy. What you got for me?
All right, let's do it. 10 attacks, hit on 5s. We hit all these. Let's fucking go. 5 more hits. It's the 5-up dream. The 5-up dream. All right, just roll 1s, Dave. All 1s. Come on. Give me the juice. Give me the juice, Dave.
What is this?
Okay.
He's a 5-up and he just did fucking 4 points of damage.
Whoa. You've got self-repair. Come on, Dave.
Oh, I do.
Be the Robot Legions player.
I once won a tournament with Robot Legions, okay?
Oh, yeah. Super relevant.
We're back.
Yeah.
We're back. Just do this.
Wild.
Apparently, I know how
so you need
this
to put
works.
1 wound on the milk guy in the middle.
1 more. Yes, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Green dice. Do your thing. 3s.
Yeah, probably dead here.
3-zy peasy.
All right.
9 6-ups and 1's double.
Ones are doubled. They're dead.
Exactly as well.
Yeah, exactly. Goodbye, little goblins. You did your job.
Which is very important because it's sticky objectives.
Yeah.
These guys, I take it once and then I come over here for some rumbling. Do I prepare for the ambush? Do I prepare for your ambushing? I think I do. So my 3 inches are going this way. I could have just picked up all the models and done this at the same time, but I'm an idiot, so I didn't. Activate Arenio. There is the Destroyer Snakes doing what they should have done.
Cool.
5 hits.
Right. So does it matter which one I charge with now if we're doing this charge onto the point and bounce back thing? I don't think it does anymore. Because I think we end up going to like here, like that, and then 3 inches is definitely us on the point, so that's not really a worry. So it doesn't make a difference which one we charge with. So that is not in range.
You got to go into the middle, right?
Into the middle of what?
The middle model.
I don't have to go into the middle model, right? I can go wherever I want.
Well, 12.4 is more than you can charge, is what I mean.
Oh yeah, but I can do it with this guy instead, right?
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
I don't think it actually makes a difference at the point, because if one goes here, then it's the same stuff always, right? So yeah, I think we just
180. Tony Hawk.
We slide on up to here. Okay, calm down, Mr. Tribe Master. Okay, these are not the kind of sick tricks I'm looking
Tony
for.
Hawk.
How do I? There we go. Okay. I'll consolidate for you, my old buddy.
Thank you. So kind of you.
Honestly,
hands-free gaming here.
If I don't wipe these guys out, I'm going to be fucking furious. Okay. So, what does this guy have? He has 8 attacks on AP2. That's the start of the journey.
8 attacks AP2. Oh, 8 attacks. Deadly is the start of your journey. No, Ravage is the start of your journey.
You're right. Ravage is the start of my journey. Let's grab 2 blue dice for that then.
Ravage. Then it's deadly.
Easy 6-ups.
He makes
it. Also, I actually forgot the Ravage before for this guy.
This is relevant.
You need to roll a 6, right?
I do, yeah. This is the most relevant 6. No,
Yep.
because if that hadn't happened, we'd be potentially burning 1 point of deadly. But now you get your deadly attacks.
Yes, thank you, Ravage, based Ravage. Right, okay, so there's 4 hits AP2. He also has 4 hits AP1, which are these bad boys. And he has 2?
2 deadly
4,
attacks,
2?
yeah.
2 deadly attacks? Yeah, 2 deadly attacks. Okay, so let's not miss all these, and then hopefully the game will be a lot better. Okay, these are all 3-ups.
Let's see how it goes. Oh, okay.
Okay, so we lose those.
Okay.
So this is 2 hits with Ravage, which don't do their 6-up thing. Oh, wait, actually, no, sorry, that's the other guys.
No, it's just 2 hits AP1.
Yeah, 2 hits
Yeah.
AP1, 4 hits AP2, and 1 deadly hit with AP4.
Most importantly is this deadly attack, right?
Yeah.
So not a 1 or a 2. That's fine. I have 3. I'll do the... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Anymore, no.
So I'll do them at a different point. Black dice are AP1, we said. So black dice are 5-ups, the others are 6-ups. Is 1 saved?
And then
doubling.
Yeah.
So that's actually what we're in. Those 1s and 2s are so painful. 11 6-ups. Clinch!
Nope.
Again.
It's a morale thing
Holy crap. Right, 11 damage is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ha! Where are my 6s? Right, square dice. Let's have some easy 6s on my attacks back. 1 hit back, AP1, 1s explode. Okay. Right, the mega dice will not forsake me. 3 up.
Show me a 2. Show me a 2.
What is
Sometimes
happening?
you gotta ask for it. Sometimes you gotta ask the mega dice, and it does deliver.
But the mega dice has forsaken me.
Okay, so that's then a 3-inch move backwards, which I think actually a 1-inch move would have been enough anyway for this, so it doesn't really massively change the game.
Okay. Right, that does change the game. Sorry, it changes the game in terms of activation for shooting, because I don't want this guy to get away. We're going to go 6 inches this way, as we discussed in setup. We're going to activate a Reno, and we're going to blammo this Tribe Master. Easiest 2 3-ups of my life. Let's see how this... Oh my... What? Not what I needed.
So
Does he get the 6 up? Okay,
Never
I thought that was going to happen. 6 damage is good.
6 damage is good damage, right?
There's somewhat of a bug here. You got to shimmy over
1,
with the TTS.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Now, does that open up this charge?
Man.
No, we wish.
No.
Right, so what do we have left to do then? So Dave has these guys to activate and the 2 guys in here.
Mm-hmm.
So even if I activate this, it just stalls out this activation and then it doesn't make a difference. So we might as well just make this charge now because, whatever. So I think we'll just charge the Destroyer Snakes. Tano, let me charge aircraft, please. There we go.
He's really tall.
Yeah, that's
the guy's
true.
really tall on his mammoth.
I think if we measure model to model, I'm in range there, bud.
I agree.
Right. So I shouldn't have deleted the dice before. I should have put them aside. But here we are.
Ravage.
First of all, 2 Ravage. Come on. Move dice. There we go. Ravage 6s. What the hell game? I swear I'm so unlucky, bro. Right. So 8 attacks on Ravage. We've got 4 attacks AP1. And we've got 2 deadly attacks.
Let's see how this goes.
So these ones miss. So is that so the 2 deadly attacks hit.
We have to do those first.
Yeah.
6s. That is okay. I'm just going to put these aside.
Importantly here, you need to actually roll the regens for these guys. So
yeah.
So they get assigned 1 at a time.
Guy,
so the first 3, go in. So he takes 2 wounds. Oh, he
dies exactly. Yeah. So now I can just do these together. Yeah. He's dead. Cool. Deadly. I mean, I was dying anyway, but 9 wounds before. Well, not quite actually. It was 6, but could have been 9. Pretty big.
Right. I get a 3-inch move here. I don't think it makes a difference really.
No.
We can pot ourselves in the middle of the point just to be Giga Chad. But apart from that, I think it doesn't make a difference. Okay, you'll go.
He's a fatty. I think I do still do this charge. I hit you on 4s, 12 attacks, 6 hits, AP1. I actually don't know if I win this combat.
It's just luck, isn't it, really, at the end of the day? It's just rolling dice.
Yeah. At that point, it is quite dice, right?
Mm.
How many wounds do I have to do to you? 4? About 3, and hope you do none back. You have a million attacks on me. Yeah, exactly what I'm counting for, right?
You do have 6 ravage as well.
I do have 6 ravage as well.
Could be a free wound.
Well, I don't know. I just rolled 11 dice and didn't get a single 6, so we'll see what that does to me.
I mean, yeah. But to be fair, there was some pretty spicy self regens on the snakes against my poor goblins. You use up all your self regen luck on those guys.
All right, we're just gonna go here. I don't know what's correct.
Yeah,
but we'll go.
I guess also that those regens didn't actually matter because you were always gonna. I could have taken more wounds back, but you were always gonna flee. They have to wrap, right?
Have to be fully within 6.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So there they are. Okay, you can reach from there, can you?
Yeah.
Cool. Right, 12 attacks.
12 attacks. Wipe them out, boys. I'm hitting you on 4s because you are -1 to hit. We remember these things. Big 4s, Arenio. 7 hits.
7
AP1
hits. So these
and
are...
1's. Oh, I didn't do my 6 ravage attacks.
Shred. Oh, yeah. Do you want to do them now?
Ravage.
OP.
1 automatic
so
wound.
OP. 1 wound.
Look at that.
So that comes over here. So he does take a wound straight away. Right, and now if we roll 1,000,000 ones, we do actually die here. So this is AP1, so it's 4s. So that's
4 wounds. So that's a total of 5. Okay, so you need to do 3 back. You need to do 3 wounds back. Now that deadly attack it can really just spike and blow me up here. That's the problem we've got. But you've got Ravage first.
It's not very likely. 2 Ravage. Come on, boys. Give me the 2 6s. Never lucky.
Okay.
Right.
Do you want to do your deadlies, or are you just going to roll them all together?
I'm going to roll them together. Right. So we've got just change colours every time I roll them for the viewing experience at home.
Got to keep them on their toes.
Exactly. Yeah. If you guys aren't paying attention, you don't deserve to watch the game. Right. So this is all in on 6s. Hey. Sometimes it happens. That is one of the deadlies going through as well.
It is. That's what I'm really terrified about. So this is a 6 up.
Okay.
One guy dies. That's 3 wounds.
Well, he rolls
straight out.
He rolls.
Oh, man! Worst robots player ever. Were these the AP2s? So these are 5s. Okay. Nice. Okay.
So you still need to roll the wound on the first guy.
So many dice. Messy board. Let's get rid of it. So these are 6s. Please. Nope.
Okay.
This is a 6 up. It is.
So
That's tied combat.
That's tied combat. That is pretty huge. But it could have been a devastating loss. So you got to count your blessings, really.
What do we do? How many wounds did I just take? 5.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No.
Not good.
I have fear. You didn't take 5. You took 3.
I took 3. Yes. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Doubly good because I also would have cheated because I didn't put 2 wounds on him. I only put 1.
Okay. Well, I only have one last thing to do, which is activate this fella. So he unshakes.
Do I drop out the hero at this exact moment for his glorious arrival?
Did you give him a weapon, or is he raw?
No. I think I let it be. I think his value comes next round. So we're gonna skadoosh in. These guys have Strider, right?
Yeah,
they do. He has to go short because he's going around. That's them activated. I should also make sure I have done my spell tokens elsewhere on the board. And that's the end of my goes as well. So let's do some counting.
Side,
yeah. Activate the caster inside. I get at the end of that round 2 points for controlling this one, 1 point for controlling this one, and you get nothing.
You should have actually made a dangerous terrain test as well when you charged out of that ship.
See, that's why I was cleverly placing here, because they place in 6.
Is it place?
Must stay within 6, right? Oh, that's actually right. That.
Yeah, it's if they still walk.
Do they still walk? Ooh.
Yeah.
Enter by using any move. Ooh, okay, so I need to be over this side instead, right?
Yeah,
to not do it.
That check, yeah.
Yeah,
which
I misunderstood how transport works. But we'll do that anyway.
Yeah, cool.
Fab.
Yeah.
You need to be deactivated.
Yep.
We'll take that.
So you get your 3. And I get my none.
I have to hope that that's enough to win me the game.
Yeah. Okay, so start this round. Obviously, I'm bringing in my casters. And I think they basically have to come in here. They don't have any value anywhere else on the board. And I think we want to... I don't think it matters where they go. They need to be 9 inches away from this fella. So they've got to be a little bit far back. We don't really want to give Dave line. I'm going to charge the thing straight away anyway, but I don't think
exactly.
So the trees would stop the line of sight there. And that would be fine there. And then we put the other one back here, I suppose. Just, yeah. That's still not in range, but yeah. We need to be out of range of these guys. Oh my God, TTS, please let me measure the actual game. So that's fine there. Like that, and then that is out of range of that. We might as well just scooch a little bit closer, you know? If Bence was here, he would tell me to do it, so.
Do the scooch and the skedaddle.
I wonder if we put them both on the same side then. Is there any value to them being on this side? The only thing is, if you run this way, then fine, whatever. But if you run this way, then I can actually still do something with you. So it kind of forces you to run through this, which would actually cause a dangerous terrain test, which is kind of funny.
Do I not want to go the other way into the middle of the board with them to run away?
Oh, I mean, you can absolutely go over if you want to, sure. I mean, I guess the thing is, I might as well put them on top of each other. As long as I can still... That's fine there, and that's fine there. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so first activation this round. So there's a couple of things that can happen here. One, if we make this charge here, then that guarantees that charge. This guy actually I don't think can get away now. He moves 6 inches here, but I think his base would still be in the terrain. I think that would be in range of me. Maybe not. So it probably is this charge here. Because there isn't really much else to live for, is there? Except making charges.
Other
like
than the big, juicy, deadly chargey dude.
Yeah. Surely I take my big guy and I put him against your big guy. That's just like how the game works. All right. Okay, we'll go for that. That's first activation then. Do I need to refresh my tokens twice as well?
You do.
Okay, so first of all, we have 2 Ravage, which are 6s.
Oh my star.
The Ravage King. I've literally never missed a Ravage.
I've never made one.
It's so free. Honestly, it's
God.
the wound that matters. The one wound that matters. One wound to bring them together. And in the darkness, fuck the Tri-Scorpion Walker. Fuck it's called. Okay, so 8 attacks plus 4 AP1 plus. Oh no, I fucked up. I can't. I think I've already used both these for the deadly already. 2 deadly. Right, so 3
deadlerinos.
We hit on 3s. You know what we're going to do? Just because before we, reach the end of the video and realize I've missed a keyword, let's just spend 2 seconds reading this. AP armor, deadly, destroyer boost aura, fear 2, hero, melee evasion, ravage, tough. We're absolutely smashing at this game. Honestly, I've never got more rules right in my life.
I've looked at this unit and been so disgusted by it so many times. What the crapping cracker was that?
I mean, 14 on 3-ups should be, what is that? 14 on 3 should be 9? No, 10? 10? 9? I don't know what it is. I wish I had Furious is what I'm saying. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Come on, give me an
Deadly
exploding deadly
up.
once per game.
Okay. I have 3. I'm just going to stockpile them. These ones are 4-ups. Oh my God, you hit so many AP. You hit all your AP2s.
Yeah. Is that 3?
Jesus. The others are 3s. What the crap?
And those bottom 2 are doubled as well. The bottom 3 are doubled.
Oh my God. That is actually going to be 11 dice right there. Right? 12. I have to make 2 of these in order to not just blow up.
There we go.
We take 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was, again, just like last time, that was a very real chance that you just one-tap me.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are the most cracked shit in the world because of those 1s and 2s exploding, right?
Well, these
and
are
the deadly.
My deadly attacks. It's going to matter. Right, so you've got 6 attacks back.
I'm really scraping it by not having completely blown up to the deadly yet. I'm hitting you on 3s. These ones are
4s.
The red ones are AP2.
4s.
It matters. 1 hit AP1, 1 hit AP2.
Okay, so the red is on a 5, the green is on a 4.
Doesn't
chilling.
matter.
We big chilling.
Right.
The big boy lives.
The mega dice.
Right, come on, dice.
Show me the
deliver me a
three.
1. Deliver me a 1. Oh, this is hacker dice, bro.
Hacker man.
Hacker man.
Which actually matters because I can make you charge off the point. Do I blow up your tribe master? I have to, right? I have to come for this guy right now. So I'm going to move over here. Am I Strider? That'd be hilarious if I am. I am. This guy's not Strider, right?
No.
Hold on. Moving back. Thinking. I need to think for a second. No, I think that's still the correct thing to do. These guys are in trouble. They're about to get ogred, right? But if your next activation is this guy here, I move Night Transport here and I blow up one of your champions. Or I charge something with the Tri-Scorpion. Oh man, this game is not solved yet. I think that, yeah, the move has to be Spider Walker gives up this point. You get 2 points this round. But if I can kill this Tribe Master right here, right now, that frees up a lot of pressure on this flank for me to keep on being a nuisance against you and try and stack these 2 points per objective up. This is the play here. Like, let you get the 2, take the fact that I'm in the lead, run away with it, get the points for killing. Get the points for killing a guy who's a hero. I don't know if there's... Am I double moving this guy ever? Single and a sprint is also a way onto the point. If you don't come here... Right, we're going there. I'll activate him. Was there a world in which I could get 6 inches and get out of range of him? Probably not. So let's just do it. Spider Walker into the Tribe Master. We're going in. 2 dice. Hitting you on a 3.
Listen both. Ooh, he's dead. He is so dead.
He is so dead.
Right, if we make one of these, then it mattered that you missed, that you hit both. But I don't think it does.
Oh, okay. It matters that I didn't get 1 tapped. And I'm on 11
All right,
wounds.
okay. So what do we have now?
And I passed the morale check.
So we actually have a fuck ton of tokens over here. And we can't contest points yet. So there's no point being on the points. I think there's maybe a play where we try and blow up some snakes.
Don't touch them. Leave the snakes.
I think because we can 10 inches to them and 1 inch that way. So we can actually step in, cast a fuck ton of spells over here, and then step back. And probably charge these guys.
Yo, no,
I think
no,
that's
leave them alone.
probably the play.
Stop being mean.
So yeah, let's do that then. So
it's entirely the play, right?
We've got 6 hits AP2. I know that. We've got 4 hits AP1 Ravage, and we've got 2 hits or something. Do you remember?
The substantial knowledge of the Ogre casting list here.
Quickly, leave me a comment to tell me what my last spell is. 2 hits AP1. And we've got a wieldy, destroyer boost, and all that kind of crap. Okay, right, let's do it then.
It's an insanely good list, right?
Yeah. I think I'm just going to dump all of my stuff on these guys.
That's not ogres.
I think so. So we're making that charge, and en route, we're going to cast some spells on that guy.
Oh, you're doing it like that?
Yeah.
Oh, damn,
so
okay.
It's going to cost me all my tokens to do this, but I'm going to start by... So this guy's going to be drained of 2 tokens every time I do it, and this guy's going to be drained of the ones I spend. So first spell is going to be 6 hits AP2. Okay, that goes off. So 6 hits AP2.
Okay, get this out of here. Round dice. Let's get back in the square game. 6s. Nice.
6s again.
6s again. Okay, we lose 2 dice.
Okay. And then we have 4 hits AP1.
Oh, just to say something that was queried in our last video, I think it was, you can cast at any point in your move and you don't have to charge in a straight line. So effectively what Harvey's done here is, do you want to just point it with the mouse quickly before you roll? Okay. Wait, what are you doing?
Rolling for Ravage. Rolling for Rupture. So one of those...
Did you cast the spell? I didn't see.
Yeah.
Okay,
so what I do is I basically moved... So this guy was over here, and I moved him towards that guy and then back, and then made this charge because I had 2 inches to do it. So yeah, this is going to be 4 hits. If you fail the red one, then it's 2 wounds. It's AP1
AP?
across the whole lot. So it's
5 ups. Ooh, that red one matters. 6 up.
Jesus. Okay. Really is one of those moments, eh? That is super unfortunate. I was having to kill him. And then we have a level 1. So what we could do is we could just wait on that and try and catch this guy as he runs back and try and cast the other side of the spell and save the tokens. which I think we might do.
So what, you've
he
spent
lost 5 of
so
his,
far,
and this guy
and he's
spent
lost 4 of his. Yeah.
Which should be right. But yeah, that is going to be the charge here then. So we're charging bot swarms. I do get bonus AP here. Not that it matters.
Okay, so we're
it's
done
going
on
to be 4
spellcasting.
ups.
That's interesting. Okay.
Well, there's no point really throwing 2 hits AP on this guy, right? He's going to make a morale check regardless. And he's just done the impossible and giga chatted me. So I think I'm just going to, I'm going to be scared of him, rightfully so. Right, so we've got 8 attacks.
Okay, champion. What are you going to do to my bot swarms? Hit on 4.
Okay.
Beating the averages.
So
Easy peasy.
5 hits, 1's a doubled. So that's 5 wounds.
Not a 1. 1 and TTS. Why are you broken? Cool. I get 6 massive attacks back on you. Qual 5, rending, which matters.
Yep.
So there you go. 1 6 up and 1 4 up. There's 1 wound.
Wrong way around, boys. All right. So, that's spell tokens. So this is showing the strength of tough 3 units right here. So
yeah,
this guy, because he's on 1 wound left, is actually going to stop this from being a rout, which would have been
it
huge.
changes it, right? It means you have to do another activation into it. So let's go ahead, click the Activato Butterino, and have a look at my 5 up, easy 5. Oh, you taunted me. Okay. Okie dokie. That's your activation. I've got so many options right now. Like, you're not getting this point. It's going to be 1 for me, regardless of what I do. If you charge in, do some more damage here, makes me feel sad. Makes me feel quite sad. Because you could then shake this. Or worse, kill it. What have you got? 4 hits, AP1 and Rupture?
He needs to make a morale check.
Oh, he does. Oh, easy mega dice. Don't you flirting.
So
the mega dice has absolutely betrayed me this game. What has gone on? Okay, so that maybe narrows the focus a bit.
I have less options now.
I do have fewer options now. The mega dice has really done a number on me here. Holy cow. I think that my options are still the same, which is Night Transport is going to chase this guy down and blast him into oblivion and be ready to do annoying things. So these Triscorps need to do something. And you know what? They need to be here. I need this point. I need the points. So instead, I don't know what I'm doing. Because if I charge this Fang Beast Rider, these little ones are annoying and lock me out of 2 points. I think because you've got nothing going on here, I'm still fine on points. I've killed, how many models have I killed? 10, 13, 6, 10, 13, 19. I need to kill 20. No, I've killed 20, so I've hit my secondary. Is there actually merit to just not getting tabled here? There might be. I think that the Tri-Scorpions have to charge the Fang Beast Rider. The alternative is they sit there and take it. They sit there and take it like a champ. I have no idea what to do. I think as well, if I position these guys like this, you can't charge around me. I could put like that guy there, and you can't charge around me. If I don't do that now, you charge around me, but I wipe you out, move back, sit on the point, you charge me, I try not to die. This guy's also fast, so he could come for this. 2 points now on a challenge. Yeah, I think that's kind of the plan. Oh my goodness, I don't know what to do. I've got... Right. I'm going to take what I think is a bit of a risky play. There's a lot of thinking going on here. And it's because I don't know where the game ends up. The Tri-Scorpions sit here and take it. And then I move my Night Transport over here. And I unleash... Oh, actually, am I in range? 36 plus 12, yeah. So if I move my Night Transport to here...
I think you are out of range, right? Was he 48?
48.
Yeah, so 36 plus 12 is not enough. But I think...
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
Might just be that's weird measuring, yeah.
It's this weird measuring thing. Measuring for the sake of science right now. Right.
No, not
Yeah.
in.
Okay, so that's not a plan. So the idea there was hopefully have the range on transport to fly over here and blast him before he takes any more units off the point. But he's still got the ability to do it. I can't hit him. I could come over here and split shots, but I don't think that's the right thing to do. I can come over here. Who ends this round first? I think it's still me. What activations? I have... You've done 2. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got prior into next round. I think I'm just trying to win on the fact that I'm ahead on points, which means that the Triscorps need to take this point. Which means that I think... Oh, that guy has moved. I didn't mean him to.
It's fine.
You still do that charge. It's fine. Might not even need to strike back. It's only 4 of them. You roll like a god, though. That guy's activated. I can decap this point and just try and win the game off of it. Because every round that you're not, I am. Right, we're going this way.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I would have done.
And I think we're going back.
It was only 30 anyway, I think, right?
Yeah, but I want to make sure I'm not cheating. Because if I go over here and I still have this guy in... Whoops, a daisy. This guy just needs to be within 6, which he is. And then that guy can come 36 inches next turn and cover a few points. We're going to bring the Night Transport to here. I'm doing that to kill this guy. Kill the Tribe Master, and then have the ability to get my caster out and sit him on the point. Harvey then has to make a choice. Charge the Spider Walker and keep this neutral. Charge my guy, risk me decapping. I have 2 to his 1, provided these attacks go well. So we'll see how that goes. And I've got it in a position. In fact, I still had a bit more, right? Because so long as I'm within 6, which I will be, I can even go a little bit further this way. Then this guy can come back here on the round that these 2 champions come online for capping points. So I can hopefully wipe one of them out and make it that it doesn't matter in round 3 that Harvey's blown me off the board and hopefully win on points, despite being nearly tabled, what I think is actually going to be the outcome of this game. So, yeah, the Night Transport is going to take down the Tribe Master, and we're going to have the 2-to-1 combo. Let's clear out. In fact, we'll come over to this dice roller here. So we've got the dramatic shooting in the background. We have got 6 shots. These will be my ones with Surge. We have 6 shots that are with Destructive. 6 shots, 6s. The 6s are in the roughly wrong place, but there we go. 3 ones are misses. So this is 1 hit with AP4, 3 hits with AP nothing, and 5 hits with AP 1. Wait. You didn't separate?
Yeah, I mean, he was going to die anyway, right? Just from this is enough to
oh, he's on 3 wounds. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I thought he was on 6 wounds.
Yeah. I didn't think it was going to matter.
There we go.
He dies.
Easy peasy. He's dead, which means that I've got the pressure on that point, which might actually swing the game here. Let's see if these Tri-Scorpions can live long enough.
Yeah, so I think that is the game. I don't think there's much we can do here. Now, obviously, that we can charge these Tri-Scorpions. Now, we cover the whole point here with this guy. So what we can do is we can charge these little ones in here, try and get a wound.
Pull him in, right?
Force him to make a morale check. Yeah, make you hit back. That's one option. The other option is just make this charge, which I think is foolish, but it could be a destroyer moment. You never know.
Destroyer keeps so many doors open.
This guy also needs to come over here to threaten this guy, and probably throw a spell on him. Because next time we make 2 charges here, which, in fact, this guy could charge me and kill me. But
see, I thought you were going to be spells on the snake, charging the swarms.
Well, I don't know if there's value in charging the swarms.
Well, just get rid of them. Stop me from unshaking them with an activation and locking up another activation of yours next turn, because you have to kill them then.
I guess I get 2 points, right? That way.
Well, you don't throw this turn. But...
No, but we'll do next round, right? But also not something that needs to happen now, so there's no pressure there. So I think the only way this works out for me is if I make this charge first, because this guy simply
he needs to get onto the point with his charge.
Yeah, because 3 inches to here, these guys can just about make it onto the point, but it's not great. That being said, This guy's got much more offensive capability than these guys. So maybe we do the other way around. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm going to do it this way.
What, you want him first?
Well, I don't think
Do you not want the
really
lesser ones first to try and pip the... He's more valuable, right?
I think okay, doing this makes sense, right? But I think it's a losing play, right? Like, I think it's strategically it makes more sense, but you actually need to make the higher risk play here, right? I need to just charge in here and win this combat, which is low chance for sure, right? But if I can even kill one of these guys, then I might actually just win the combat.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And
will you debuff them? Well, it actually doesn't matter here.
These guys need to die because if I charge them into here, right, and they get weakened, and they fight back and win, all they need to do is walk back, right? And I guess I do still get the charge, but it's not perfect, is it? Because the other thing that happens is I charge in, I just miss all my attacks, which I'm only doing 4 attacks. Or you save them, you're a 3-up, right? You don't attack back. I lose that the combat's a draw, and then you just make this charge, and then I definitely lose the game. So I think it has to be the Fang Reach Shredder. I think it's a riskier play, but I think it perhaps is the only way of
winning the game. High risk, high reward, right? Because you feel like you're losing. So this is... I hope someone listening has listened to Malcolm Gladwell's podcast and understands what I say about pulling the goalie, which is there's this stat in ice hockey about when a team is losing, when they should pull the goalie out of the net and actually have an extra player on the ice rink. I don't know that much about ice hockey, but like it's a strategy in ice hockey. Yeah, move my guy 2 inches closer, is it? It's a strategy in ice hockey, but historically it's done in like the last 2 minutes. But I think statistically you should pull the hockey a lot earlier. That's what Malcolm Gladwell's point is. Good podcast, try and find it. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's what we're doing here. You're pulling the goalie, you're going for the high risk because you feel like you're losing. Yeah.
So, and I'm not even sure if this wins the game. I think the game might be too far gone, but we've got 4 normal hits, we've got 2 rupture hits, and we've got 2 impact hits. So the greens run 2s, the rest of them run 4s. I'll buff myself with morale. I don't think it makes too much of a difference at this point. I think any charge probably wipes out a unit. So there's a chance I would defense 3, right? Like I'll only be saving on 4s, which is still pretty tanky. I'll also put unwieldy debuff on this. I don't think it makes a difference once again, but that's the only target for it. In fact, actually, is that true? Yeah, there's no way I was in range of this guy. No. Okay, cool. Right, so let's go. Ooh, that's a disaster.
That is really bad. Wait, you've got 1 impact hit.
1 impact hit, 3 normal hits. So we just need to see a bunch of 1s, and then we're fine. So the impact hit obviously doesn't benefit from the 1s, but it would have been nice to see the rupture come through. They're normal.
They're normal. Okay. So everything's a 3-up, except the blues, if their 1s are doubled. Which matters.
Okay, so we did 3 wounds, so we just need to not pass 1 here, and that's good for us.
We lose a whole dude.
So we could actually still win this combat then. So if you do 3 wounds to me, you do 3 wounds to me, that's that, right? But we just got to pray that you miss some attacks here.
3-ups. Missed 1.
So
you're on now 4-ups.
Don't roll 1s and roll 4-ups. Yeah.
Okay. No.
I think that was still the right play.
Again, this rule, I agree with you. Like, that was so close, right?
If those dice were the opposite way around, right, which is very possible, 4 and 6s, then
you're on the 4-ups.
Winning play.
You wiped out a whole guy.
Consolidation.
He's also fatigued and
yeah,
still in charge range. Like that charge is alive. That charge is alive and kicking, which is bad news for Dave. Now, how do I do the caster thing? No, I activate this. I de-shake it because then I don't automatically fail morale checks. So it doesn't matter. No. You kill me anyway. Actually, that literally doesn't matter. I do it the other way around.
Yeah, you do the other way around.
I do this.
Yeah. You definitely do it that way because the snakes or the bots would auto route when I charge them, whereas this guy's having magic thrown at him. Yeah. So yeah, we'll do that then. So how far away are we? Can we actually make this 13 inches? I don't think we can do both because this guy was placed further away. That's the other part about this. Do we care more about killing this guy or killing this guy? And is there a way we do both? I don't think so. I think all my spells are 12-inch range.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Gobble Up is an 18-inch range, so I can throw 2 hits AP1 on this guy, but it's irrelevant, unfortunately. If he'd just taken a wound from the rupture monstrous attack, it would have been nice. But
Gobble Up, for those of you at home, is 1 enemy model within 18 inches, takes 2 hits with AP1.
I think we have to put pressure on the board. I think like this doesn't matter, right? Like let them do the thing. I think we have to go this way and just cast on this guy and try and kill him. because we need someone over here anyway, right? So going over here means I never capture that point. This is the only way of really making it work. So we'll come here, we'll zoop a token from this guy, we'll cast on a 3-up. If it fails, then it's looking very, very bleak, but we'll see. It fails. Okay, your turn.
Okay.
That's all it's.
I think that kind of might put the game out of reach for you.
I think the game was already out of reach, to be honest. Because at best, from this left side of the map, I could gain the points that you've gained, right? So if I capture these points, so from round 3 onwards, I could capture these 2 points, and I would gain the same amount of points you gained from it, making it net neutral. And on the right side of the map, you've gained more points than me, so that's a win for you. And then on top of that, you've also got the secondary objectives. So I think this game has actually been lost since the Walker failed the charge. That didn't kill the Walker on the charge, and also once again, like we said at the start of the game, but losing the roll off has a huge impact on this game, right? Because I think putting my guys in ambush was a mistake, but I wanted to try it to see how it felt. I think not having them ambush would have been good, but I needed to test it, right? I needed to know that my instinct was right to lead them out when I first said it. But the other thing about this game is just losing priority, right? Like if you lose priority, then you get. I lost 400 points straight away, basically. And obviously the guy still lived, right? But like I lost a large portion of that, a large portion of effectiveness, right? Basically off of 50-50, really, just one dice roll against another dice roll. And that's already quite bad in OPR, but like in this game mode with the deployment zones, I think it's especially bad. I don't think there's any reason to play the rest of this game out, by the way. I think that is #solved. Because you neutralize this one. Best case scenario, that charge comes in and neutralizes it or kills them guys.
Yeah, I think we're at a point where you're limited.
You're already 3 points
so this
up.
Guy comes in.
I don't think I can get the bonus objectives either.
Do I even cast a spell? I've got rapid advance. I've got, which I can do on a 2-up. I can do rapid advance on 2 things on a 2-up. Make this guy even more likely to come over this way. But if you're chasing him down, you're not really on the point. Next round, right, so if I do this and I don't cast, which is probably a fair thing, just for the sake of brevity here, right? He comes in. How does this round end? You have this charge here, which could still matter. So I think actually, because that charge could still matter, I'm going to make you do it, right? I'm going to deactivate this guy, deshake this guy with an activation.
I think that's the wrong play. I think like this game is 100% solved, right? Because I don't have enough activations to do stuff with, right? So the way it should work is you leave that guy shaken, you move this guy back. That denies this charge.
Oh, he hasn't activated.
Yeah. You move this guy back.
I'd completely forgotten about that because I've got him.
These guys then come in and decap, right? This is then decapped. This is decapped. End of the round, you gain 3 more points, so you're 6 up.
Yeah.
I'm still on 0. Next round, I can't kill both these units, so this is a guaranteed decap as well. 4th round, I finally get a chance at it. So at best, I get 2 points from this.
2 points.
In that time, so I've moved around here. It's then a Tri-Scorpion against 3 lot ones, so Tri-Scorpion wins this, so this point then becomes yours as well, and that's without considering the night transport coming in. So at that point, these are irrelevant, because even if I win these, all I've done is decapped what you've got, and you've already got a 6-point advantage. And then on top of that, I don't think, even if I kill the hero here, which I will do, and kill the Tri-Scorpions here, which might be enough to get the model count thing, I don't know.
Secondaries.
It's still, you've already got those. So there's only one secondary that you couldn't get, which is being in the middle of the board. And it's basically irrelevant, right? Because 1 point is not going to bring you back into the game, and 1 point is not going to win you the game. So this is 1,000% solved. There's no reason to roll any more dice. That's without ever going into combat, right? None of these units now need to attack at all. Right? They can just play.
Can the lesser ones kill the Tri-Scorpion?
But they don't have a chance to, right?
Of course, yeah. I keep on doing this. For some reason, I've marked this guy as activated, and he's not. He is fatigued, and so the player is actually all right. Now activated. Now it's solved because you can't make that.
Yeah.
And regardless
and
of the fact,
game, so the dice no longer matter. Yeah. This kind of end game state is very reminiscent of like old Ghost Undead, right? Like you just figure out the moves you need to make, and it literally doesn't matter what the opponent does. They can roll as many dice as they want. You've simply outmaneuvered them. So
I mean, you can table me here, which is also very reasonable, except for the night transport. Which
So in terms of this game, I mean, I kind of ran through some of the things that I think mattered already. I think in terms of misplays, I don't know if apart from putting your guys here where my guys were, yeah, there. I think
These
that was a
guys.
mistake. I think because it didn't really take advantage of Scout, putting them just in danger.
Yeah,
So that
exactly.
mattered a lot less.
They could have been in here, maybe.
Yeah, I think I should have
'Cause
done
they
the
had
goblin
Strider.
trick on the point, instead of
On
over
this
here,
point.
because if I'd done the little goblin circle on this point here, I could have put my guys in the middle, and then they would have been relevant because they would have been on the point, and then they wouldn't get this charge off. As it stands, I think this is a close second, right? Because I do get the bounce back onto the point, but because this Spider Walker lives the charge, I don't get to capture this point ever. Which means I don't and with the night transport bouncing around and stuff. We actually spoke about this in our Robot Legions video. We said night transport plus a Robot Lord, and it's really potent because the Robot Lord is just a tough 3 def 2 guy. He's really hard to
he's very
shift, and he's
cheap.
like a single activation, and spellcasting is really, really potent. So for 80 points, he's punching way above his weight. So very, very effective combo. And obviously the night transport here is doing huge bits because it can basically threaten every single point, every single turn, because these are all just like 30 inches apart, right? So and like you can go across like this. So
Yeah.
there is nowhere on a point that a night transport can't be. It's from literally the start of the game, right? It can be on every single point, and it can be wherever you need it to be from that point onwards. There's nowhere on the board it can't threaten in terms of objectives. And then if you have a guy inside it, then it's also actually playing objectives in a way that, like most units, if you think about this guy, he can capture this point, but the turns where it matters that you can capture this point are few and far between, right? There's like decapping and stuff like that, where this thing comes in, annihilates something, drops off Tri-Scorpions deep into your lines, and then if it needs to, it can deploy a guy. If it makes sense, right, then it can drop him down. And like this play here is essential, because otherwise I start to get points here. I don't think it makes a difference, you're still 6 points ahead, but it's crucial just to have that extra 80 point. It's like an 80 point upgrade that just gives you, like, the value is insane. It lets you aircraft capture. It gives you a caster. It gives you an extra activation. Like, yeah, mad.
Yeah.
So yeah, very, very good. I think this also shows the strength of Heavy Scout. Obviously, this is going to be a Heavy Scout pack, but I think it was good. It was interesting to test this list out because I wanted to see what one scout felt like. And I think if we flip the game around and I win the first roll off, then it's a lot closer than this, because I basically scout up onto your Spider Walker and potentially kill it in one go. And then the game's completely different, right? Yeah, because it's Destroyer 2 and I'm rolling, a billion attacks, like 20 attacks. It could just die. Or I blow up one of your little scouty guys or whatever it is.
Well, let's go and review the pack for everyone who is skipping this part, and we'll have a bit more of a flash out of this conversation in just a moment. Stay around. So we're in the post game. This is the point where we go over the mission a little bit backwards, but it does mean that those of you here for this analysis can have a look at it. What we're going to do, we'll talk through the mission, we'll talk through the secondaries, we'll talk then about the results of the game for those of you who might have skipped ahead. Pretty intense game for all the game that we played. We have a lot of thoughts on it, so let's go through it. So scenario 2, as you can see on the screen here, folks, this is 4 objectives sat within each player's deployment zone. I'll go through everything else, and then I'll discuss the map, because I think that's actually the biggest part about this. This is players roll off, winner chooses one side of the board to be theirs, and that player goes first. At the end of each round, it's progressive. You get 1 VP for each objective marker you control inside your deployment zone, and you get 2 VPs for controlling your opponents. That can stack up very, very quickly. Round 1 is very important in this game. 4 rounds, player who scores the most VPs wins. As we said in the last video, you've got side missions, secondaries, whatever you want to call them, these matter. At the end of the game, players get 1 VP for each side mission they complete. 1, have 1 or more friendly units fully within 6 inches of the table center. 2, destroy 20 or more enemy models. And 3, destroy 1 enemy unit, 1 enemy hero and its unit. Brackets if there is a unit. This is a very killy mission for that reason. And then you look already at those secondaries and the fact that you want to be fighting on your enemy's points. Then you look at the deployment zone. The deployment zones are line to line. It's 24 inches. Is that how maths works? 24 inches for each player. Now, what does that mean? For those of you who've watched the Battle Report and the Army List breakdown, Scout is huge. With Scout and a non-slow unit, you can charge your enemy's back line. because you move 12 inches, or you start 12 inches within your because you start within 12 inches of your deployment zone, and then you charge 12 inches. So you can cover
Yeah.
the entire board with a scout move,
Yeah.
which makes this insanely aggressive.
Yeah, a thing to know about that as well is it's even more comfy than that because bases have size. Right, the very, very best case scenario, your opponent can put their like 25 mil bases against the back, and that's still an inch less that you need to charge. So it's actually 11 inches you need to charge. Sorry, 23 inches you need to charge. So that's 12-inch scout plus an 11-inch move. So it's actually kind of cozy. You've got a little bit of wiggle room as well. What do I think about this mission? When I first scrolled through the mission pack, when I saw this, I kind of like rolled my eyes. I think this is, first of all, this is so heavily scout favored, right?
Yeah.
I think, unfortunately, because you can just threaten whatever you want from round one, there's basically no strategy involved. There's nothing you can do to defend the unit you want to defend if you lose the roll-off. Right, your opponent can basically always get the charge they want without you doing some kind of wacky stuff to stop it from happening, like encircling units or blocking them with stuff like that, right? But then you're basically kind of forcing them into a playstyle where they can't really win the game, right? If they're having to commit lots and lots of units to defend a single unit, then you probably just get like a tactical advantage that they can't come back from. So I think it's an enormous shame that this is 24-inch deployment zones instead of something like every unit gains scout. Because I think if it was every unit gains scout, it would be equivalent, except it would no longer be a scout mission because units with scout would be wasting points for having scout. But it would have the same effect where you'd be able to deploy right in front of each other's faces. And that would be more interesting because then you still have halves and you still have places you can place things to make them defensible and stuff. As it stands, you can't do that at all. The other thing about this mission that is so awful is is the terrain placements, right? If you end up with terrain blocking off one of your points and your opponent can no longer reach it, you're going to win off the momentum off the back of that, right? Like you're just playing a random game, you just happen to have a building blocking your right-hand point. You like, how do you not win from that, right? You've basically got a free decap on the first round, you get a free point, and while everything else is going crazy, your opponent has to like slug something towards it that then doesn't engage in combat. So you're already points up. So for those two reasons, I think that's kind of a progressive thing anyway. I wish progressive started on round 2, right? I really, really do.
Yeah.
I think the if you watch the game, aircraft transport, scout, anything that allows you to move really far on round 1 is very, very potent in progressive because it lets you be in positions your opponent can't be. And then on top of that, because you're not activating those units first, if you don't need to, you're controlling so much space on the board. And because it's progressive, they basically have to come barreling into you and you have to come moving towards the points. They're forced to, right? Like a large part of the strategy of the game is removed because you have to be on these points, right? If you did watch the game, you probably saw that I would say 80% of the board basically wasn't used, right? Like there's huge portions of the board. Well, just like the middle section and the outside sections beyond the edge of the points, right? Like everything left and right of the points is basically irrelevant, right? Like we didn't really use them at all. There's a huge section in the middle we didn't go anywhere near. So you end up with this kind of weird thing where you're like playing basically lots of small different fights, and anything that can like bridge that gap is going to be very, very effective. Which means this is also a game mode where your list matters so much, right? Like if you have a bad list for this, what this is once again like fuck dwarves, man. They literally don't stand a chance here, right? If they use ambushes, they're not going to be able to capture anything soon enough. And if they use scouts, I mean, that's rangers or whatever, right? They're going to get blown up.
Right. They don't have very many.
Yeah, plus, it's like you can win this game before you've even started playing. Is basically how it goes. There was a very similar one in the previous pack as well, where you started off like 18 inches away from objectives and you picked them up. So if you didn't have the ability, so you didn't have scout or cavalry with a +1 move from musician or something, you would never be able to make those points on the first round, and your opponent would just be able to take them.
Yeah,
like it's very similar to that kind of style, right? Where you can lose basically from the get-go, which I think is just a shame for mission packs. When you look at something and think like that's kind of wacky, it makes you go like, therefore it shouldn't be in the tournament pack, right? Like I get that this is one of the deployment zones he's got in the advanced rules. I'm pretty sure it is. But it doesn't need to be showcased in competitive tournaments, right? Because it's not very fair. It's not very balanced. And we'll come on to it in a couple of weeks' time. But like Mission 4 has a similar kind of weird deployment that's very limiting that also benefits Scout. So this is like 2 years on the trot where Scout's been the de facto. This is how you win. You just bring a bunch of Scout, which I think is just unfortunate, really.
Yeah, it's a couple of aspects, right? Scout very powerful in progressive anyway. Scout plus a melee unit that's highly threatening, very, very good in OPR, because if you can alpha something, you're into the trading game one step ahead of your opponent. That's good. But what that means is whoever wins that first dice roll has got so much momentum. If I can pop 400 points of yours with 400 points of my own, a fifth of my army, and then I've locked up a fifth of both of our armies, and your charge on mine has to wipe me out for it to be fair, that is big game, because I then pick something that hasn't activated outside of this trading game, and I wipe that out. And if I can then do it in a safe way, I'm doing it very well. A similar thing that's a problem with this is that, like you say about the basis, right? This doesn't actually take into account that objectives are bigger than the dot that they're on. If I take this, like, objective marker, which is a 40 mil center with 3 inches around it, I can put it in front of the camera here because my microphone's not actually there, it's behind me. I can scout on top of this in round 1. I should leave this here, it's probably more appealing for the viewers. I can scout on top of it round 1, which means that not only am I in your grill on that valuable 2 VP and denying you 1 VP, so that's a 3 swing, I can actually move again. I'm not overextending to toe in. How about this? If this mission said no scouts, right? Nobody gets scouted it. Like, that sort of thing might be a little bit better for it just in making that health, because then those units who are going for those points are making themselves vulnerable if you position properly and don't give away free charges. So that's one of the issues you've got. It means that it's another skew mission very early on if you do this linearly. Now, I know someone has gone, I saw a comment somewhere, it was either on the Discord or either on our Discord or the official one, that you don't need to run these linearly if you're the tournament organizer. Fair enough, that's very good to do. If you do run it linearly, you have 2 missions where it is skewing. So that means when you come into scenario 3, what's your pool looking like? What's happening here? Are the best players at the top, or is it just who's brought most skew lists? Now, list building itself is a skill, and we'll do a video at some point about mistakes in list building. But is this where you want it? Is this where you want it to be? It's a fun mission, don't get me wrong, but it's a fun mission if you're bringing, like, melee chargy Zug that can do it. And again, Ogre's a top dog. Don't be deceived, folks of you at home who've just watched Harvey lose 2 games on the trot. A, he is better than that. B, he is stress testing here. Ogres, I think, will be the one to bring. They, especially with Destroyer Boost, I think that's a huge mistake. Destroyer and Deadly Interaction, huge design mistake. I think Destroyer is just a bit of a design mistake as an army-wide. It can absolutely detonate things, and then you stack it on the fact that Ogres are very efficient, really high output, all the things that you want for an army in OPR. They can do it here. Now, you take the full... Let's just look at the 2 missions we've done and why Ogres are the best. Game 1, big fat stacks. Fair enough, we had Titan Lords, right? But Ogres love a fat stack, so they're going to perform very well in that scenario 1. Scenario 2, you're toe-to-toe and you want to just charge forward and then maybe have some cheap units available to you for sitting on your back points. Ogres do it again. And even then, little ones are incredible. Ones doubling on dice when your unit is 10 models can just go wild, as we saw with their first charge. It just keeps on putting us in this position where Ogres are the top dog. And it's a bit...
I think, like I agree with you. I think Ogres are very, very, very potent. I think one of the problems with this pack here is that if you look at the first 2 missions, the side missions are basically the same thing. Right?
Yeah.
Don't let your opponent be in the middle or be in the middle. Right? Destroy units with lots of models, which is basically the same as destroy 20 or more enemy models, and kill a hero. So if you have a list like the Titan Lords list we saw last week, this would also completely invalidate all the side missions, right? So it's like, well, we've got the same style of list winning the first 2 games here, right? Like you could avoid using chaff, you could avoid using heroes, and then you've got a massive leg up in the first 2 rounds, and that's just off the back of your list. You don't even need to play that well if you're guaranteed to get a bunch of VP. Now the VP in this side mission for this one matter way less; they're only 1 each.
Yeah.
Whereas in the first one they're worth as much as the objectives, which is kind of wild. But yeah, it's just another like. And yeah, that comment that said that you can run them in whatever list an order you want. I think most people run them in the order presented.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like there hasn't been a kind of like view of what makes sense across this, like as you're playing across the game, and what kind of lists perform well across the game. So yeah. But once again, as we said this last video, saying again, I would just prefer base OPR. I would just prefer base OPR, right? Like, I think in base OPR, lists are way, way, way more balanced, right? I think it's really hard to build a bad list in base OPR. It's really easy to build a bad list for this style of game. I think like progressive makes certain styles very, very good, and other ones really bad. Like ambush is basically a waste of time in this style of game. Like if you go back and watch the game at the very start of it, I was like, do I even deploy my ambushes in ambush to this mission? And I was like, well, I'm going to try it anyway, right? Like I'm going to see how bad it is, because I think it's bad, but I want to confirm it. And it was awful, right? Like it is awful. You just get half the game where they're not doing anything.
You're not contesting objectives. I think that it would be less punishing if ambush gets its nerf reverted. And this is the nerf I'm talking about that came in a year and a half ago in response to demons being quite oppressive when they had army-wide ambush, and it was put in that ambushing units can't contest objectives the turn they come down. If that nerf got reverted, we'd be in a different spot here. I think ambush would be certainly better. But then also, there are quite a few different ways to skin this cat to make this less oppressive and less skewing. Make progressive styles on the second round, make ambushes able to contest on the round they come in, limit scout. Army building limits in general is a pretty interesting way, in my view, of making these packs less skewed. And it does present the situation where there will be, I think, a way of solving this pack. Don't know if that way of solving it is a guaranteed 4-0 every time, but it'll be close to a 3-1.
No, but whatever it is, it involves scout. Is basically
it's going to have scout.
The first 2 games are. I mean, like, scout's not amazing in the first game, but scout's just good in the game. I think from like a game balance point, I would really like to see a scout nerf. I think either just remove. Like, I think the 12 inches at the board is kind of an interesting mechanic, but I think it's just quite oppressive, right? Like giving up half the board immediately to your opponent if you don't have any scout. I think then deploying after every unit is quite oppressive. I think basically anything that lets you win a dice roll, like, you know, who's going first, and get a massive benefit from it, which is what scout really does, is probably bad for the health of the game. Unfortunately, I just think, like, because like with ambush, the way it works is you tactically build your list so you have less activations than your opponent, so you can get that first activation going into round 2, right? And like all ambush lists aside, right, which obviously gets to guarantee that's like a real list building consideration. With scout, there's no considering whatsoever, right? You just go like, okay, I'm going to take that scout unit, and if I win the roll, then I probably delete one of their units, and they need to deploy their whole army in a way that means you can't, like, they basically have to pretend like you're in every position on the board. Right, if they have like one detonator scout unit, you have to deploy everything 6 inches back so they can't get the charge.
The power in it. Put it in this way. Let's put it in a question format. Do Soul Snatcher cults and volcanic dwarves dominate this game? Do they win this scenario? I know what my answer to that question is.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. It's not necessarily the distance that the scouts move. It's deploying afterwards with the possibility of alpha striking out of winning a dice roll. It was an interesting point made in the game feedback chat. Why does the person who decides the board side also decide who goes first? That should possibly be the other way around. Now, that issue is mitigated when you have symmetrical terrain like we had here today. But it's still a relevant point, and we're not always going to have symmetrical terrain. We rarely have symmetrical terrain at events. And I think that, the combination of a couple of things there could make this a little bit less oppressive. But that's a broader design chat. As for how to win in this game mode, I think we have covered that off quite thoroughly. Scouts, alpha striking, aggressive maneuvers up the board, Unfortunately, there is a huge amount in this scenario, I think, of winning the dice roll. Now, let's try and be positive, because half of our players will not win the dice roll. Harvey, what is your view on the strategy? If you were in my seats playing not ogres, and you lost the dice roll against ogres, how do you win? What do you do? How do you deploy in order to not lose that game?
Well, I don't think you can, right, is the first bit, right? Because some of your army will not have scout, right? So whatever unit you put down that doesn't have scout is going to be threatened immediately, and you're going to probably lose it. So it's not impossible. So you can't avoid it entirely, right? You just have to find ways of mitigating it. Stuff like deploying in difficult terrain, obviously very good against things that can't charge into difficult terrain, right? That's one way of doing it. You probably can't guarantee that across the board, so it makes it a bit more difficult. The key to this game mode really is you get 2 points for being your opponent's zone, you get 1 point for being in your zone, but your opponent gets 2 points for being in your zone and 1 point for being in their zone. So actually, it doesn't matter like whose side the objectives are on. All that matters is that you threaten all 4, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're on yours and you're denying them 2 points but gaining 1, and they're on theirs doing the same thing, right? Like it's the same as if it was the other way around.
Yeah.
Right. So like, don't get too tricked by the different sides of the board thing going on.
Well, it does matter insofar as it matters because you can make mistakes in deployment, and you can overload a side like you tried to do, right?
Yeah, for sure, right? But that's my point, right? Look, the way to win this game mode is to threaten all 4 points. If you threaten all 4 points, I think you'll have good success here. So just kind of focus on that. From a list building standpoint, we kind of discussed it near the end of the game, I think, but an aircraft can threaten all 4 of these points every single turn, right? Like the points are not far enough apart where an aircraft can't threaten them. So aircraft are very, very potent in this. Now the trade-off here is that we like to describe it as a tough 12 meta nowadays, right? Like people are bringing deadly everywhere, right? So if you come across a deadly shooting list, your aircraft is going to be like beyond wank. So don't be too invested in it, right? The whole board can be locked down by really simple stuff now. And aircraft really struggle to get in, especially aircraft transports where they need to like move and deposit. Because they're just as fragile as APCs now. So there's that as well. So I think, the big takeaway is just threaten all 4 points. And if you threaten all 4 points, you give yourself the best chance of winning. You can't win them all, right? Like if they win the roll off, then they are going to have an advantage going into this. It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to actually gather that data to go to a tournament and be like, okay, who won the roll off and did you win? And just to see
there
what
was
that looks
back when I was playing Magic the Gathering tournaments, there was a point where it was such a heavy aggro meta that a few events I went to would have on the result slip who won the coin toss or the coin toss or the roll off or whatever, who went first. And the data that came out of that was quite intense, that whoever won that roll off at the start was winning more matches. It was something like 70%, really significant. And I think that would be something worth surveying here to see what happens.
for sure.
Back into the whole how to build thing. So threaten all 4 points. Dropping my pen on the floor. Excellent work. Threaten all 4 points. How do you do that in a list? Scout and lots of activations. Those are really going to be the ways through this, right? Scout's the big one. If you're looking at your Titan Lords lists and thinking my 5 activations feel great, they do whilst they're alive. And Titan Lords in particular, they've got high defense, lots of wounds and regeneration, vulnerable to deadly. But if you're bringing a 5 Titan Lord list like I brought in game 1, you are it's back in that position of get on the points and clench and hold your butt cheeks very tight and hope that you don't just die. You're not playing the control secondary very well. And if you do get overloaded on a point, such as by ogres, you're in trouble. So do be very wary about bringing few activations. Be very wary about not bringing scout because it can go badly for you. Those are really the ways that you want to shape your list. We're not looking so much at caster here. We are looking more at numbers of activations. That's probably about as much as we have to say, I think, about this mission.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, lovely. Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know what your thoughts are on this mission pack. We are 2 into the pack of 4, so we are going to have 2 more videos on this for you. We might be breaking up a bit. We haven't decided what we're doing fully for the next 4 weeks. It'd probably be at least 2 of these, but Who knows what opportunities will land themselves in our laps to talk about, or what conversations we have. As for the conversations we have, do join us in our Discord. It's where we have some of the finest chat with some wonderful people. And of course, we share loads of mini images. So if you're in on the hobbying side, get involved. It's great. Most importantly, though,
extremely talented painters. Oh my lord! Every
insanely
time
talented.
I don't remember the last time someone posted me in the painting whip channel that I didn't fire emoji. Right,
Yeah.
like literally everything comes in there. I'm like, God damn, that looks great. Why don't my minis look like someone
Insane.
just smeared them in dirt?
It's because you spit them in dirt. Most importantly, though, we've come all this way into the video. Please subscribe to the channel and comment.
Yep.
It's free. It costs you nothing other than a click and a bit of time, but it really boosts and supports the channel. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I'm Dave. He's Harvey. It's Don't Think, Just Charge. Good night and goodbye.